Hey Mindful Mamas, Susie Marshausen here from Mindful Maternity, and I'm here with my pregnancy update for weeks 20 through 24. I'm officially halfway through my pregnancy. I'm more than halfway now, and it feels so good to know that the first half is over and I'm going to be meeting our little baby boy in less than 16 weeks. So these past 4 weeks have been sort of uneventful, just that typical middle of the second trimester, just kind of cruising along. Definitely not having very many complaints, but definitely some exciting things happened in the past couple weeks that I'm really excited to share. So first of all, if you've been following along, then you probably know that I'm planning on having a natural birth at a birthing center. So since this is my first time giving birth, I'm not totally 100% sure what to expect. So I've been doing my due diligence. I've been reading a lot about natural birth and how to make it the best experience that you possibly can have and make it the easiest experience. So I'm starting to incorporate a lot more of the practices that are recommended for natural birth to prepare your body so that you can really enjoy the experience. So the first thing I started doing is I went and started getting acupuncture. So acupuncture is great for just kind of aligning the energies in your body. And from everything that I've heard great things that it helps speed up labor, helps have a more effective labor so that you're in labor for less time. And the second thing is I've started going to see a chiropractor. So with natural birth, it's super important that your pelvis is in a great position so that baby can get into the right position for the birthing process. So I started seeing a chiropractor who's helping me align my hips, and I'll be seeing him throughout the rest of my pregnancy to just make sure that I'm well aligned structurally to have the most efficient birthing process. I've also been reading the hypnobirthing book and listening to some of the hypnobirthing tracks. I might have mentioned that in my last video, but I'm continuing to do that and doing it a lot more regularly now that we're kind of seeing the end of the tunnel. It's time to really start taking that seriously. Finally, I've started intermittently drinking red raspberry leaf tea, which is great for toning your uterus. So as I get closer to the due date, I will be increasing the amount that I'm drinking. Right now, I just kind of drink it on and off whenever I feel like having a cup of tea, but towards the end of the third trimester, I will definitely be having that at least daily. So a couple things that I actually noticed in the last couple of weeks was I was having these like weird leg spasms. So my muscles would just all of a sudden kind of like kick in my legs. And after a little bit of research, I had the suspicion that it was probably just that I wasn't getting enough magnesium in my diet. So I started taking some Epsom salt baths every once in a while, and that problem seems to have really dissipated. I haven't had the muscle spasms, and it's also a really great opportunity when I'm taking the Epsom salt baths to practice some of the relaxation techniques for childbirth and to just visualize what I want my birth to look like. So not only am I absorbing more magnesium, which is a really important mineral that you get in your pregnancy, but I'm also giving myself that opportunity to relax, de-stress, and prepare myself even more for the birthing experience we want, which is going to be, fingers crossed, a water birth. Some of the more exciting things that have been happening, tons and tons of movement. It seems like after I hit 20 weeks, I had been feeling a little bit of movement beforehand, but as soon as I hit 20 weeks, it was like, bam, he's in there, he's not going anywhere, and he's just moving up a storm, especially at night, which has proven to start waking me up a little bit. So I'm definitely not getting the high quality sleep that I was beforehand, but at least it's kind of exciting still when I wake up and feel him moving around. And lastly, something that made her feel really real that the due date is fast approaching is my baby shower invites were sent out. My mom is throwing me a baby shower and I'm super excited. So that was kind of a surreal moment when those baby shower invitations went out in the mail. And I know that in about a month, I'm going to be having a baby shower, and then just a couple months after that, the baby will be coming. So it definitely made it seem even more real that it's actually time to start thinking and having a baby shower to prepare for our little baby boy to arrive. Finally, spiritually, this is definitely the closest I've felt to Lucan that I have felt through my entire pregnancy. I feel like I can connect so much easier now. It's almost like he's more present in there, so I'm able to connect even better. And I think those baths are also helping because that's a really nice time to be quiet and present and just sort of have a little internal conversation with him while we both sort of prepare for the birth and for life after he arrives. It's really a special time for me to get in there and connect and just feel really really at one with him and know that we're going to be going through this journey together. And it's really been a special time for me to build that bonding connection even before he arrives. So that's it for weeks 20 through 24. If you are currently pregnant, I would love to hear how the first half of your pregnancy was. I know that for me, it's had its absolute ups and downs, but overall has been an incredible experience, and I'm so looking forward to the second half of my pregnancy and sharing it with you guys. So again, if you are pregnant currently, or you even just remember what your pregnancy was like, I'd love to hear what your first half was like and even what your second half, because I'd love to know even more about what I might be able to expect too. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.